At the end of 2014, an 11-year-old Ojibwe girl's family decided to stop chemo treatments and seek out traditional medicine. Michaela Salt died from her rebounding cancer on January 20th, 2015.
The case of Michaela Salt made national headlines and sparked intense debate about the validity of Indigenous medicine and the rights of children to choose their own treatment.
Ontario wanted to compel mandatory treatment for young Michaela Salt, but the court rejected the case, ultimately allowing Michaela and her mother the right to make their own decisions in regard to her care.
The Ontario court collectively agreed that her primary decision-maker, Michaela's mother, was capable of exercising her own right to pursue traditional medicine over chemotherapy. This decision caused major controversy.
Due to their Aboriginal status, Michaela's mother has a constitutional right to refuse chemotherapy and pursue traditional medicines on the child's behalf. Aboriginal peoples have special consideration to ensure the troubled history of First Nations in care is not repeated, referring to the residential schools.
Is it appropriate for the state to compel medical treatment, or are individuals' rights and freedoms more important?
No, individuals' rights and freedoms are more important. It is not appropriate for the government to compel medical treatment when it only affects the individual's health. This refers to Canada's Charters of Rights and Freedoms, Section 7.
The government is doing a beneficial thing by allowing the Aboriginal peoples to choose their choice of medical treatment. Aboriginals view Western medicine as poisoning your internal body. By forcing Western medicine treatments on Aboriginal peoples, we are eliminating free choice and freedom, devaluing their culture, and essentially assimilating them to the dominant culture in Canada.
We hope that Aboriginal people will be educated in both Western medicine and traditional methods so a properly informed health decision can be made. We hope that both options will be considered, especially when a child's life is put into question.
However, when it comes to the population's health, we believe the government's intervention is a must.
Public health refers to the science and art of preventing diseases, prolonging life, and promoting health through organized efforts.
A key approach to public health is a recognition that improving health is a shared responsibility. This approach calls for the collaboration with all healthcare individuals and the community to improve the entire population's health.
No public health policy has been more important than the integration of vaccines. For example, for the last 50 years, immunizations have saved more lives than any other health measure.
Before the MRR vaccination, 2.1 million people, mostly children, died each year from measles. Due to the effectiveness of vaccinations and herd immunity, measles was declared fully eradicated.
Recently, there has been a worldwide measles outbreak due to popularized misinformation and misconceptions about immunizations. Because of the success of immunizations, society has become complacent towards diseases that immunizations prevent. The public no longer witnesses the horrors of the measles virus.
Immunizations rely on herd immunity to protect the population, but most importantly, this method protects those who are physically incapable of getting immunized, individuals with compromised immune systems. This requires 95% of the population to be vaccinated. Without the public's full participation, the effectiveness of vaccines becomes compromised.
Immunization rates are now falling and an immediate intervention is needed. Government policy is needed to make immunizations mandatory in order to fully eradicate these deadly viruses. The scientific and medical communities are in full agreement that immunizations are and will continue to be the most important public health strategy.
Why do we insist on vaccinating our pets but not our children? Why do we feel that compelled smoking bans are a constructive policy, yet vaccinations are not? Just as one smoker in a room can pose a threat to all others, one non-immunized person poses a threat to a child with cancer.